Back to the Geico PBA World Series of Bowling. One match in the books. Tom Doherty survives his opening match against Jason Sterner. Now he will meet up with Jason Belmonte in just a few minutes. Right now, let's go to Kimberly with a preview of the season's first major championship.
On next Sunday's PBA World Championship, we're going to see some very familiar faces on the 5-man step ladder, including a Hall of Famer who's going to try and climb his way from the bottom to take only his second major of his career.
That Hall of Fame veteran is none other than Parker Bone III, who's won 32 PBA titles in his 29-year career, including that lone major victory, the 2001 US BC Masters. Now he's quietly made his way into the stepladder final of the PBA World Championship with a stellar performance during the match play portion of the event.
I just snuck in there at the end and kept minding my P's and Q's, and lo and behold, everything worked out well for me to still be standing now.
But the 49-year-old who hasn't won a title in nearly 5 years will have his work cut out for him in the World Championship final. Ahead of him on the stepladder are some of the PBA's best, and all are 20-some years younger than Bone.
There's been a lot of shows I've been on that I've been the youngest guy. I don't know that I've ever had a show that I'm clearly the oldest guy, by a long shot. Dan is an up-and-comer. He knows how to play. The only thing that he's missing realistically is learning how to win. If I get fortunate enough to meet Rhino, I think he's going to bring it, and I just better bring it as well. The next guy in line would be Sean Rash. I sincerely know that I've got my hands full if I happen to bowl Sean. Anybody's going to have their hands full with Sean. And then Belmo. You know, what more can you say about Jason Belmonte? His ball kind of speaks for itself. His charismatic nature on the lane, he knows how to get the job done.
And the young guns are quick to return the compliments.
They're all really, really good bowlers on the show, for sure. And, you know, it's good to see Parker back bowling good as well.
His form this week in the World Championship was undeniably, he bowled the best I've ever seen him bowl.
And Parker will have to keep doing so if he's to have any shot at PBA title number 33 and the second major of his Hall of Fame career.
I've got enough of the regular titles. Would I love to win a major? Absolutely. I've only got one to my credit, unfortunately. I'm going to tell you right now, I've got 8 seconds in majors. And it's kind of a bittersweet ending. There's still a good payday at the end of the tournament, but it's still really nice when you can say, I'm the champion.
The PBA World Championship on ESPN next Sunday at 1 Eastern. And you look at that lineup, Randy Peterson, and that is a whole group of heavy hitters. And one guy in particular who we've been watching, you'd be surprised, Jason Belmonte going for his first ever major championship.
Yeah, but he's really imposing his will here at the World Series of Bowling like he did last season. He came off of a disappointing loss last week when he left that massive blower 10-pin against Scott Norton. We see him, he's back again this week going for another title here at the World Series, and he's the tournament leader going into the World Championships next week.
Coming up, you'll see that man, the wonder from down under, Jason Belmonte, number 2 seed, taking on 4th seed, Tom Doherty. Come on back. To South Point Casino and Hotel for the Bowlers Journal PBA Scorpion Championship. Lon McCarron along with Randy Peterson and Kimberly Presser ready for match number 2, the semifinal. Jason Belmonte will lead us off. From Australia, 4 years on the tour, 5 titles. That's a championship ball right there.
2 players going at it. Extreme high rev rates. Nice. Biggest difference is Tom Doherty only uses 1 hand. Belmonte uses 2.
Doherty coming off a 199, 177 to win over Jason Sterner. 10-pen.
Shot. Remember early on in the first match, coming out of the oil pattern, I talked about Tom Doherty's strategy on this oil pattern, and you can see right away he's a lot deeper, more to the inside than Jason Belmonte.
And as you mentioned on his spare ball, Randy, he does use the thumb on that.
Belmonte still uses 2 hands and no thumb, throws a plastic spare ball, Osku Palermo, uses his thumb as well to throw the ball straight and hard at spares.
Doherty, his second TV appearance, and finally got his first match win against Sterner.
Tom has made a ball change from game one, going to something a little less aggressive, something cleaner through the front.
It works. Tom Doherty feeling a little more at ease now. He's an experienced pro under the TV lights now. Now the man who's been on more TV finals at the World Series of Bowling than anyone else, Jason Belmonte. Opened with a strike. Wow, big miss. A grimace from Belmo.
2-4-6-10. This ball has got a lot of speed, and it never quite grabs the lane surface and goes light.
Oh, he got it! What a conversion by Belmo! Business as usual for the wonder from down under.
There you see, he uses both hands, no thumb, throwing that plastic spare ball, gets it over to the left side of the 2-pin, throws the 2 over into the 6, and the 10-pin goes last. Great conversion to avoid an open frame.
That is a champion's conversion right there. Now our defending champion trying to follow up with a big ball here. Can he do it? Yes, he can.
Interesting the way he's playing the lanes. He's going much straighter and much faster than Tom Doherty.
Oh, you're Doherty thinking, oh man, one of the best in the world, left a tough split. I'm good, I'm golden. And then to watch Belmo convert that spare. Doherty knows he's got his work cut out for him. It's an even match right now. No problem.
It's not even anymore, my friend. We're going to start to see some bowling balls get some airtime. Tom Doherty is about as far left as he can get before he has to start lofting. If Jason Belmonte were to move into there, you would see some lofting going on, and I anticipate if Osku Palermo gets in there, he's going to be lofting it over the left gutter cap as well.
Is there enough room on this left lane for these guys?
Oh yeah, they'll just start throwing it farther and farther down the lane.
From the third cocktail table over there? That's a triple bagger for Doherty.
He still has a lot of room. He's only sliding in the gutter on the left side. That ball was right around 6th arrow on the left side of the lane, so he still has a little bit more room before he has to start launching it.
Tom's wife, Kristen, son Cody. They went through some tough times in the first match here, but Tom made it through. Now their man up 20 on the Aussie, Jason Belmonte.
Jason. What?
Obviously didn't like that shot. That ball coming in a little soft. If you can actually say that about his ball.
I was going to say.
Leaving the half 10.
Can I get a re-rack, Kirk?
Well, as Belmo takes a moment, let's flash back to last week in the title match of the PBA Camellia Championship. There, Belmo faced left-hander Scott Norton, who struck out in the 10th frame. That meant Belmo had to strike on his first ball in the 10th to win his 6th career PBA title. A heartbreaking loss, but Belmo says he's put it behind him.
You have to be able to fight back and just realize that you can't win them all, But if you go into the next match holding on to your previous loss, that is not going to benefit you. It's only going to benefit your opponent. So as difficult as it ever is to let go of a loss, you have to be able to just say, it's in the past, and I now have another opportunity to win, and I'm going to give this game my best 10 frames ever.
That's the attitude you've got to have on tour, and here is Belmo's arsenal.
Using Marvel Pearl, the strongest ball in his arsenal that he brought to this pair. He used that ball a lot last year at last season's World Series of Bowling.
The most successful bowler at the World Series of Bowling.
Nice re-rack. He's throwing it hard right now. I mean, there's a lot of velocity behind this shot, and it will kind of tame down that rev rate a bit.
3 strikes on the left lane for Belmo, none on the right side. And now Doherty working on a turkey.
You love saying that word.
Yeah, there's a 4-bagger from Doherty. He is not intimidated.
So now the question is, has this oil pattern developed and broken down to where Tom Doherty is in his wheelhouse? Remember, again, he talked about wanting to be the deepest player on this pair, even with the extremely high rev rates of Jason Belmonte and Osku Palermo. You can see how much deeper he's playing this oil pattern than Jason Belmonte is. He's right now, his plan is working perfectly.
And he's up by 30 on Belmo. Left or right, it hasn't mattered to Doherty so far. There's another strike. Oh my goodness, is he in a groove. Tom Doherty up by 40 now here in the semifinal. The winner will take on top seed Osku Palermo, who will move through. PBA World Series of Bowling. This is the Bowler Journal Scorpion Championship. Doherty up by 40 on Belmo. And that score has a lot of people with their eyebrows raised right now. This man has to get something going quick.
Yeah, and looking for his first strike on the right lane.
Oh, wow.
Just needed to get through it.
Boy, he almost fell down on that shot. He made a ball change and then almost came apart at the foul line. Watch this. I mean, the only thing he didn't do was foul, and that was pretty close to...
Belmo trying to save that one as he did earlier, but not this time. An open frame for Jason Belmonte.
All right.
Jason stays on the lane, moves to the left side now, where he's had success with a strike each time. And it's 4 in a row on the left side for Belmo, but it's not enough.
Good idea.
Well, that was the coolest attempt that we saw just a minute ago when he shot the 2-8-10, two-handed, throwing a backup ball at it and almost made it, using 2 different bowling balls, trying to figure out a way to throw a double. He's great on the left lane, not so much on the right.
And now Doherty, who has been great on both sides, working on 5 in a row.
Completely in front of the ball return now on the right lane.
He's not going anywhere. Throwing great balls, getting the kicks.
What a shot. 9-pin goes late. Doesn't hurt to be a little lucky. Tom knows that.
I'll trust the move.
Doherty looking for a breakthrough breakthrough moment, up 62 on Belmo in the 8th, and looking for his first PBA title. If he wins this match, which it looks as though he will, he'll have a chance against the twin fin, Osku Palermo.
Right before he got up on the approach, he said to himself, trust the move. That tells me that he was going to make a move on that lane. He was going to move left, and he was going to trust that the lane had broken down enough to warrant making the adjustment. Even though he was striking every ball, he didn't trust that shot.
Doherty trying to go for it.
Yeah! He nailed it!
Yeah! Yes! Take that!
Take that!
Oh yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah!
I saw Belmo with a low 5, congratulating Doherty on that last shot, and you might as well congratulate Doherty on a match victory.
Boy, it almost looks like Belmonte needs to throw a stronger ball on that lane. And Tom Doherty's strategy looks great, and Belmonte can do the exact same thing. I'm not really understanding why he decided to go so straight.
Belmonte said, good thing I chose to finish on the right side as well, and he is not struck on the right side yet. This is some wry moment from this champion.
He's perfect on that lane, though.
Well, he's only bowling half a game, that was the problem.
It's not too often you see that guy struggle and not figure out a way to get to the pocket. You see some of our other finishers, Rhino Page just getting bumped out late. Dom Barrett, Chugs, Devaney, Tommy Jones bowling well every week. How about Hugh Miller? Turned 56 during this tournament.
6 in a row, a miracle spare conversion, and then a strike for Doherty. He is ready for the championship match, as are his family, Kristen and Cody. Belmo not ready for another match, as he will be a spectator. Tenth frame. Just like the others. Tom Doherty, the man who once lost by nearly 200 pins on television, crushes Jason Belmonte here in the Scorpion semifinal. Can he keep the momentum rolling into the title match against #1 seed Osku Palermo?